crafty friends, it's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner and a little Monday night mini class, which is going to be a product spotlight tonight. We're going to talk all about the let me see, make sure I get the words right, Give It a Whirl dies. They're pretty fun. I've only just started using them, and I'm already having a grand time. So I'm going to refresh my computer. If you should happen to be here on Monday, June 7th, 2021 on Facebook, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. If you find this later, give me a like, give me a love. Let me know you're watching then. I always appreciate it. These dies are in the Stampin' Up! 2021-2022 catalog. So in case you happen to be watching this late, like a year from now, which does happen, this catalog and these dies should be available till May 2022. Just checking the date for you, May 2022. But I think you should buy them now. And I do have a host code, which I do not know what it is. So if you're gonna order, message me and I'll give you the host code. I'll try to post it in the description of this video. And when you purchase with a host code, that helps me get products that keeps me able to make these videos and share with you. So hey Barbara, we are gonna jump in. I'm gonna catch you up on just a couple little things that have to do with me, and then we are gonna look at these dies. So you know what? I gotta hide the stuff here. Oops. Okay, so let's go down to the desk. And first up, kits. I think I did a presentation on kits. I can't even remember. But we have two kinds of kits. We have, let's see, I don't even know what they're called. I think they're just called kits. I don't know. We have kits and we have paper pumpkin kits. So I'm just going to call it that. I don't know what they're called. And if you want quick, easy crafting, here we go. Okay, I was like, I know they have a name. So they are called Choose Your Kit. And then we have paper pumpkin kits. We have two kinds. These you can go online, pick them, whatever's there is there, and you're good to go. If you've been doing paper pumpkin for a while, you're going to recognize a few things as being past paper pumpkin kits because that's what they started with. But they are definitely going to do seasonal ones, and they're going to add on. Paper pumpkin, which is what I want to tell you about, those kits you have until the 10th to order, so that's like 3 days, to order the Expressions in Color kit. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome. This is going to be a really cool kit. It's going to have 2 ink spots, a special stamp set. It's going to be in a cute, colorful box, and it coordinates with our Expressions in Color suite. And that is a really fun suite. So I think this kit's going to be nice. And I think, it's going to create 9 cards. So it's a good kit. And if you are a person who buys kits and maybe doesn't always put them together, you can join me on Virtual Kit Night. It doesn't matter what kind of kit. It doesn't even matter if you want to do something besides a kit. Virtual Kit Night for June is actually going to be on July 1st. And you send me an email and I will email you a link. We use Google Meet. So if you're not doing it on a computer with Google, you need to add that as an app. And it was really fun. There was just a couple of us that hung out last time. And it was super fun I made up the ice cream kit, whatever that was called. And I wrote on those cards on my trip, and I sent them off to my nieces and nephews for like end of the school year. And I made the baseball kit. I made those all into Father's Day cards for my brothers and my dad. So anyway, we work on our kits. You can make them just like the box. You don't have to. It's really fun. You could be working on something else. So if you want to join us, plan to join us. Okay, come on back down here. Last from me is, hey Jill, welcome. Jill, I just emailed you back. Poor Jill, I almost gave her. Okay, you guys, you know what? I should actually show it to you. Although I might make you envious. This, I actually ordered an extra 4-pack, and that's as much as I can do, guys. I really, this banner is adorable, but it's a lot of paper and a lot of work, but I am sold out. I added 4, I sold 17 of these cute little kits. It's gonna be beautiful. I have my work cut out for me in the next 2 weeks to get this ready for you guys. But anyway, I appreciate it, and thank you to all who purchased this Patriotic Banner kit. I am very excited about it. But if you want a different kind of craft kit, this is this month's Just Cards. And it was funny because things ended up being in pairs a little bit. So you're going to get 1 each of these. Isn't this fun? These are the same paper pack. Oh, sorry, those go with the other thing. These cards look very, very different, but they are both using the hydrangea paper. And that's a set of cards. And then this one is in the middle. You're going to get the supplies to make two the same, but you're going to get all of these little guys. So you can do one with a fish and one with a tree, or one with a star, or one with a, oops, that's a lightning bolt. So that is this month's Just Cards. It's $22 if you pick up. It's $26 if I ship it. You'll add your own stamps and ink and your own adhesive, and you'll put this together. So if you're interested, definitely these you can sign up for. Actually, I think there's like 2 weeks, because I do a cutoff on this, because then I make what is ordered. Whereas the banner kits, I have a set number normally, and then I only make that many, because that's about all I can make. Okay, enough about the classes. Let's take a look at the Give It a Whirl dies. It's a lot of dies, and you're gonna laugh. My number one excitement when I got this out after I taught yoga. Monday's my busy day. I teach yoga in the morning, well, morning to midday, and then I eat lunch, and then sometimes I take a nap, sometimes I craft. And I felt pretty crafty today, and so I decided to play with something I hadn't played with. These clouds make me super happy, because I have been seeing cards with these super cute clouds, and I didn't know what dies they were, and I didn't have time to look it up, and then I get out these dies, and there's the clouds. Did I use the clouds? No, I did not use the clouds, but that's okay. So there are the dies, and we're going to talk about them some more in a second, but first I want to show you the 2 cards I made. Okay, and actually, hold on. Oh, this could be dangerous. I got to run over to my desk and get my calendar, because I may have shown you this before. Sorry, guys. We really are going to do these dies, I promise. Last year, for one of the Maryland Stampers events, I had seen someone make, it wasn't a calendar, but just make a card using this coffee set. And see, it has a twirly, burly. Okay, so my friend Randy and I made 20 of these. We each made 10. It was a lot of work. And then what does Stampin' Up! Do? Stampin' Up! Gives us dies this time, of which I'm very happy. And so I figured my very first card, well, actually, I guess this one was officially first. I use these dies. So this card, isn't this cute? This is the, hold on, Right Behind You stamp set. I have a little Peloton group. I am very tempted to make, but there's 6 of us total. So I'd have to make 4 more of these. Look at this. But I'm going to show you a tip I learned. I did watch one video after I made this, because I was like, well, this is hard to turn a little. So this has like, thanks for sharing the ride. Better together. And then I did the little flowers in the high, and it's got the 2 ladies on the bike. And then, well, I would put it inside. And this one, I was like, well, I have to use. Hey, Roz. Yay, lots of people here. Yeah, Lisa, now you know about the clouds. It's in the Give It a Whirl dies. I was going to go look it up, and then I just pleasantly was surprised. So I had to use this set. Today's plan, consume, because adulting is hard. And so I did the cocktail, although if you look close, I messed up. There's a pencil mark, and I messed that up a little bit, but that's okay. What else did I put in here? I think I put the cookie. And then a cookie. And then, well, you can call this what you want, but it's a chai tea latte in my house. And so look, those circles can go, or wedges can go different places. Now, what you may notice, so on this one, there's a little bump up on that circle. That's where the brad is. But then I learned from, and I don't remember her name, from a lady I watched. I like kind of fast forwarded through her video, and I learned a different way so you can hide the brad. So I'm going to teach you this way, because this is easy. You would just put a hole there. Oh, you've been playing with this. It's very fun. It is a very fun set. And these aren't really super fancy or super crazy, because the mechanism is the work. So we're going to talk about it and make a card, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works out. So as I said, there's a lot of dies. This, I think, is a good idea to make a little template. And what this is these are the parts that are your cutout, right? Your cutout. So this way you could look at a stamp set, which, like, we're going to use this Whale Done, which is already, what is a carryover set, because look at that. And actually, I want to do it this way. So you'll see a turtle, you'll see, what do you call that? A jellyfish, and you're gonna see some coral with some fish swimming by. But you could decide, oh, the hearts fit pretty well. So whatever you want your opening to be, you can pick. So that is kind of neat. And I am actually going to show you, die cut it for you, because the lady, I watched her, like I made the first one, but then I watched her video and she didn't show you exactly how to die cut it. And I think it does help. And yes, Roz is saying it's addictive, and she is right. I can see that. I'm going to play with this. And I didn't order that little space one, but I think I'm going to have to. It's the rockets are so cute. And my son went to a aeronautical college, and he likes space stuff a little, not as much as I wish he liked it. But anyway, so we're going to play. Okay, so let's move these out of the way. What do we need? We need you have to have a die cutting machine, and you have to have a big one to be able to make this. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple tips as we go. And there's going to be a little camera shake, and I know it's squishy with the die cut machine, but it'll be worth it. All right, so you need your normal plates, your base, your thin die adapter, and your first clear plate for your sandwich. All right. A piece of 4 by 5 1/4 works nicely for this cuts out your card front. So I'm going to do white because I'm going to stamp the picture. It's much quicker and easier, like to do DSP or to do a piece of cardstock and emboss it. It all depends on extra elements you're going to add. So like this was more of a picture, and this was just a little bit of words. So these were really simple. I know you can make this fancier, but when you first start, I would recommend keep it simple. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to tell you about this, because I want this one, you have to look at it and decide, where is your opening? Do you want your opening at the top? Do you want it at the bottom? Do you want it at the side? I probably wouldn't put it to this side because that would make it real bunchy right there. I want mine on this side. Okay, so this little circle, you put your piece, it sets in there. There we go. And then you can adjust where you want it. I'm going to just kind of make it centered because I find that easier when you're just starting out. The next thing is, if you don't want to see you don't want the hole to come through this, use an extra piece of paper underneath. And that's just the scrap that was on my desk. Okay, next, get your piece on there. And it does fit. Okay. And then my little thing is there. And then number 1, you should not put it through your die machine with that big straight edge. We're going to turn it, and we're going to put it at least at some kind of angle. Okay. And I am good with that. Okay. Put your lid on. I don't know that it has to be exact, but this is one of the things I would not recommend trying to cut a billion things at the same time, which is what I normally like to do. Just cut the one thing. Okay, and so this goes through. I'm going to bring this back. And then you get, you like how that paper, see how it took the weight? So there's a tiny dent there, but hopefully that'll be okay because I'm planning to stamp my greeting there. And you're going to keep this piece for the hidden Brad technique. I got to go look the lady's name up because I don't know if she's the one who invented it, but the hidden Brad technique. Okay, put that aside. Then you need to cut your Whirly Burly. That's its name. I made that one up. So the Whirly Burly. And I'm going to also cut that in white. You could cut it in colors and put things on. I wouldn't pop them up though. They like the stars and the clouds. Do I need anything else? I think I just need this. All right. And you wouldn't really need this quite this big a piece. It's okay if you did something less. Okay. So then you cut the Whirly Burly, which looks like this. I don't know that you can, let me see if we can see them. You can vaguely see, and this was the part I struggled with. You can see the little lines where you want to stamp. Okay, let's move this out of the way. and hope I did it all correctly. Okay, so we have a Whirly Burly. That's pretty funny because that's totally the name of it when we start. And then we have a card front, so we can get rid of this. Okay, and these dies, there's a lot of cool dies on here. And you know what? I forgot to show you real fast where this is in the catalog. Don't let me lose my card front. It is actually just in the back. So Stampin' Up, there's a couple sets of dies that are just dies, and they're not partnered with anything. Like the Picture This, I'm hopefully, maybe we'll do a die series this week. Picture This is there. Here it is, Give It a Whirl dies, and I'll show you the space thing on page 57. There's these iconic dies, which they're on my list. I didn't get them yet. And I think tailored tags and basic borders, but you guys have seen both of those because I've used them a lot. So page 57. Oh, and look, I have tabs. Okay, I'm going to be super nice. If you want a set of tabs, I didn't understand. I thought it was like a whole pack was the tabs for one catalog. There's a whole bunch of sheets. Send me an email at audramonk@yahoo.com, and I will send you 2 sheets of tabs, and you can put them on your catalog. And if you want to be on my email list, let me know that too. Okay, so here is the dies used with the space set. And so what they did to cover their brad is they put the little girl on the top. So you got to think about, do you want to see the brad, or how are you going to cover the brad? Roz apparently got confident, and she can do hers faster with not having to know where the lines go. That is pretty impressive. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to stamp, because do I need anything? Oh, and I needed the circle, but I did cheat. I cut that out already. And I also I stamped a whale in Misty Moonlight, because that part, I was like, you've seen me stamp a whale and punch it before. And I have a card base and a card front. And I think that's everything. Okay, so I'm going to pull in my foam sheet. We're going to just have fun. A lot of times I don't do a lot of stamping, and I decided that I wanted to share a stamping card with you guys. Okay, so let me make sure. Do I have everything? So I need some Just Jade. We're going to stamp a bunch of, and this will take, when I say I want to do some stamping, it's literally going to take like less than 5 minutes. So let's stamp some seagrass. And when you're using your foam pad, put a little piece of scrap paper on it to take some of the ink so you don't get your pad all inky. And there's another little seagrass. Don't you love Just Jade? This is last year's in color. I think it's really pretty. It's a great color. And so I'm just stamping it multiple times to give a little bit of depth. And now I think I should do the little ones down here. All right, so this whale set carried over. If you want to get it as a bundle, I think you have to order it now if you don't have it already. I'm going to do the words in this color. This is where, so I should not have used a long piece of paper. Earlier I used, let me show you this. I used just a little bit to cover up that center die. You should do that because I do have a little imprint, but we're going to hope that when I stamp this, you're kind of a big deal here. It's going to cover that up. Yeah, I don't think they'll notice it. All right, what else do I need to stamp? I think I just want bubbles. I'm going to do the bubbles in Misty Moonlight, because then I'm going to add my little whale down here. I think that'll be cute. So kind of know where you want your whale or whatever you're doing with your picture. All right, and I tend to either get perfect bubbles or bad bubbles. So we'll see how it goes today. Okay, I don't want to be too confident because you know they're going to go wonky the minute I think that. Okay, and then I feel like, I know they'll whale spout, but I bet they make bubbles too. Okay, I gotta stop. Sometimes I start putting bubbles and I put them everywhere and then it doesn't work good. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. That's a little stamped card. Okay, so now, hold on. When I die cut this, this was the piece that came out. You want to save this piece for this little hidden deal. You need a brad. These are in the catalog, round and square brads. It doesn't matter what brad you use because we're going to cover it up. So I'm going to go ahead and use a square one. If you're going to see it, you want to then make a decision. Okay, there we go. Of which kind you want. We need a hole in this piece of paper, just in the center. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I almost went all the way through there. So your brad is going to go in. Hold on, I got to think. All right. Oh, we got to stamp this first before we put it together. Okay, now I know where I am. And I told you, I showed you 2 cards. I proved to you that I do know how to make this card, right? So when I mess up on the video, you guys know. So another thing you can do when you're first starting out, because I don't think I'm as confident as Roz yet, is put this on and then take your pencil and just put really light marks. And then you need to have a good eraser. My problem is this is a good pencil. This is a Ticonderoga pencil. I like them, but the eraser on this one is really bad today. So I'm going to look in my drawer and see if I have it. And so I'm just putting really faint marks. You could outline the whole thing, but I'm giving my eraser fuss story, so I am not going to put the big lines. So hopefully I can erase that. And I found out that an adhesive eraser does not really erase your lines. I'm looking for, I've got one of these little sand erasers, so I got to go gentle. Okay, so now I know where I want it. Now the next thing you want to know is what direction should you stamp. So my thing is on the side, right? So I want to stamp, see, there we go. There's my little lines. So I want my pictures to stamp vertically. Okay, now if something's little, like say I was going to stamp these bubbles, I could stamp it from the front. But I am not. I'm going to stamp this jellyfish and see a little tentacle would get on my card. So I'm going to leave my bottom where it is. I'm going to stamp my jellyfish in, I'm going to do Calypso Coral. I love Calypso Coral. It's such a nice color. And I think I have it all over my hand. So I'm going to stamp my jellyfish. Okay. And then I'm going to let my thing spin, right? And this is good. I can kind of see the lines. So I'm going to stamp my turtle. I think I'm going to do my turtle in Mint Macron. Thank you, Roz. All right, so she says use an art eraser. And I feel like I had one, and I think it just got lost. All right, so I'm going to stamp my turtle, and I want to make sure I get it in those lines so when I spin it, I can see it. And I don't mind if like its turtle feet are showing, like when you spin. That doesn't bother me. If that bothers you, you would want to mask that with like a Post-it note or something. Hopefully he'll have a face. And then my last one, I was going to get fancy and stamp some coral and some little fish. But this coral, I'm going to stamp it off so it's not so bright. I'm going to put it down here. And then I'm going to do, I love these little fish. I think they're my favorite stamp in this set. Except for the, you're kind of a big deal. I love that a lot. And then I'm going to stamp these little fish swimming by. Aren't they cute? Okay, so now we can put it together. Now we can put it together. Okay, so what happens is I put the brad through the front. And then through the back, through my little piece of scrap, open the brad up. Hold on, there. And don't make it too tight. Open the brad up, okay. Next, 2 dimensionals. And you know I gotta brag for a little while. From my handy dandy adhesive holder, I will take my dimensionals. And actually, wait, before I put my dimensionals on, I'm gonna go erase my little lines. Erase your lines. You should probably have erased your lines before you put your brad on. Erase your little lines. And just know if you color on your lines with Stampin' Blends, you cannot erase them for some reason. I don't know why, but you can't. Maybe it's because the permanent marker's on top. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. All right, now flip it back over and put one dimensional on each side. Okay, next, take your card front. Okay, I don't need this part. Let's take that out of the way. And then line this up. Oh, good. You'll be able to see his head a little bit. Okay, and I like to double check. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I guess you should check because if there's one that is not as good as the other. Whoa, that was pretty wonky. Okay, it's gonna be like that. So we're gonna go with the turtle and get this in the middle. You've got your little scallop part there. Okay, that looks good. And then you're gonna flip it over. Next, add a bunch of dimensionals around the base of your card. This is a good time to use up little lines. I could totally do this, right? A little line there. You don't have to. I don't think I did on the other ones. I think I just did. Ooh, this is a nice one. Put this in the corner. And then I like to put them here. So I kind of think of like when I'm doing, what do you call it? A shaker card. You know, I like to go around the edges, give it a little support. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, so, and don't worry, I'll add my whale. So now I've got this whole little thing, and I'm gonna peel off all my backs. And I almost feel like, I don't know, someone probably is like, Audra, there's a better way, and there probably is. But this is officially only my third card that I've made like this. I got on a roll, but then I had to eat dinner and do something else, so that's all. And then I'm gonna pick this up and keep a hold of it so it doesn't move. And you don't have to use a second layer. I just like a second layer. And you wanna put it to that left side because you know what? I forgot to tell you about a die. And then, look at this. Look at this. Oh, so I could have just put this on a Just Jade card front. I mean, whole card, right? Ooh, I almost feel like I could have stamped some extra fish in there. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And my little turtle swims by. Okay, so my turtle, I would have liked him to be slightly different, but it's okay. All right, so the, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is so funny. I cut a circle because I was going to put that, I was going to make it be a circle opening, but I chose that one. So there we go. That's what I get for planning. All right, so then this part's easy. That is so funny. I totally was going to make it be a circle. This is going to go on here, right? Just like normal, easy peasy. If you were adding ribbon, you could add ribbon. Let's get my stamp and seal. Ooh, that was crooked. I'm going to give a little extra. Okay, put that in there. Oops, put it on right side up. That would be important. Whoa. Okay. And then the last little part I'm going to show you. Oops, let me put my whale on first, then I'll show you. Because I forgot to tell you about the really cool die. Now, do I wish that they had made a stamp set with an arrow? 100%. I get that they were trying to make, you know, this little these independent die sets that they don't, you know, they were like, it doesn't have to go with a certain stamp set. Let's give me one more. But I kind of would have liked a stamped arrow. But I'll show you what they gave you. All right, and then this little cutie, hold on, he's got like hair or lint or something. He's gonna swim down here. Okay, so what I didn't show you yet is this little one that is arrows. I'm gonna recommend adhesive sheets, okay? So when you cut them out, so it's a big arrow and a little arrow. I don't, it won't stay up. This one was the extra green one. I don't think it matters which one you use. I'm gonna use the black one. I would cut them out in black and white, use adhesive sheets, and you can stick them on. Let's see if I can peel it off. Oh, good. Without having to use a tool. Okay, so I peeled off my little arrow. It doesn't, I put it down. I feel like that's the easiest way to go. And the arrow has a little bit of bend built into it. And then put that on. Because if you don't use an adhesive sheet, that is really tiny. Can you see how tiny that arrow is? And now, look at my, really? There we go. Ta-da! Kind of a big deal. And so you can change the picture. So that, my friends, is the Give It a Whirl dies. There are arrows that you could emboss in there. You would want to have a solid paper, solid color. There are little circles. I'm guessing the little circles are to cover your brad if you want it to be color coordinated. There's extra hearts. Those are always good to have. A little banner. We already talked. You have 4 shapes you can make. And then these 3 clouds, which now we know where the clouds are. And a whole bunch of cute little stars. But 3 clouds. Oh, there's the 3 clouds. So there you go, my friends. Let me show you all the cards. So this is like, you just explore the catalog. You use whatever stamps, whatever look you're going for. I think big kids, little kids, grown-up kids will all appreciate a twirly whirly card. I don't know what they're called, but that's what I'm going to go with. So I thought that was pretty fun. And they all look really different, but they all have that little bit of motion. Ta-da! All right. I can't believe I did that in a half hour with still talking about my Just cards and the banner and the kits. I'm pretty excited. So you can make, I bet in a half hour you can make your first twirly whirly card if you haven't made one. And then once you get going, I bet you can make them absolutely beautiful. So these were 3 very simple versions of the twirly whirly card. But I think I see a lot of fun with this stamp set. I mean, sorry, with this die set. So thank you for joining me. If you're shopping, audramonk.stampitup.net. Have a good time. If you need the host code, let me know. If you want some of those, what do you call it? Tabs for your catalog, let me know that and I will send you some because I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, there's tons of them in here, and I bought 2 packs. So I think that's everything. So have a great time. Yes, the turtle set will go really cute with this. I thought about doing little turtles, but I used the turtles last week, and we did a bunch of turtle cards. So have so much fun. I hope you enjoy this. I will post these cards tomorrow, and if you make some, tag me, share it in that post if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you know, maybe use IG. You can tag me there at Audra Monk. Anyway, I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you Wednesday at 11:30. And I think we'll play with another one of the die sets. Maybe the diorama or the peekaboo one. I have to decide what will happen. So I'll see you next time. Stay crafty. Peace out, friends.